So, daylight on. Human standing right in front of them, being very obnoxious, obviously. Captive, wild-caught animal. Very short period of time in captivity. Is it a nocturnal, afraid animal that's shy, and does it look like that to you guys? That's the question I'm going to leave you with. Especially these bottom-dwelling animals, want to see the animals above them to feel comfortable. So look, these animals, since they're not running away, these animals don't have the need to run away, because in nature, those animals run away before it's a threat to these guys. So these guys being comfortable up here really does make a difference to these guys down here. Now, this is not my theory.
Produced by Malik.
What is going on, world? Welcome back to AquaMalik. This video is going to be about the experts. Can we trust the experts? Are what they saying valid? Do they have proof to back up their theories? Have they done enough research to find out exactly what they're talking about? Now, the first thing I'm going to say is, I do trust some of the experts, like Eric Bodrock, who is actually probably one of the key figures in all my success with pleco breeding. Another one person that I think I want to give credit to is TM Aquatics Tom. I watch a lot of his videos when I was first getting into plecos and stuff, or when I first had some of the nicest stuff that I didn't want dying. This was like 4 or 5 years ago when he was first making videos. He's not making videos at this moment, and I hope he does start making some videos soon. I did see him making a video about his fish room recently, and he has quite a bit of success with corridors. And again, somebody that I think I trust his expertise when it comes to it, and he does have valuable information. Now, at the same token, there are people that whose information is not valid or valuable because they either have not done enough research, they have not kept the animal, or they've kept the animal in one type of condition all their lives, and they've not tried keeping the animal in more somewhat of a naturalistic setup, for example. Now, this is a big thing where a lot of people, the experts, will tell you that the plecos, these guys that are doing this normal daytime activity in the light on time, they are nocturnal, that they do not like it when the lights are bright, that they will hide when I move my hand up and down the tank like this. Do you see anybody running? These are wild-caught fish. They've been in captivity for a few years now, but like these larger fish are all wild-caught. You can clearly see they're not nocturnal, not just this particular type, but none of my fish in my fish room are. And I have my lights on for 6 hours. So if the fish was being forced to come out, then they could just not come out in that 6 hours like right now. They could just hide for this 6 hours and be out the 18 hours that the lights are not on, right? That doesn't happen. They sleep when that happens. So when the so-called experts try to tell me that my plecos are supposed to be freaks of nature for some weird reason, because they clearly didn't get the memo that they are plecos, because they're definitely not nocturnal. At least not one fish that I have is. Okay? Like, I mean, I talked about this earlier in my video, people are laughing, but I can come in here when the lights are out and I can find 5, 6 fish in the same tank sleeping upside down in the caves. And it gives me a bloody heart attack. I'm sitting there like, then I knock on the glass to try to wake them up, and then I realize they were all sleeping. You know? So these nocturnal animals that sleep at night when the lights are out, and that are awake and running around at daytime when the lights are on. Contradiction, right? I have obviously all my videos when you watch my live stream, so you can see me feeding them. I turn on the lights on at 4 o'clock on Sundays, not in their normal schedule. Usually that does not happen. The lights come on this side at 7 p.m. So now the lights are on at a different time. They wake up, they come out, they start eating, they start chasing each other around, they start doing their natural pleco behavior. So which of these two should I trust? Should I trust the expert that's never kept animals in the proper condition potentially, that's might have kept them in just an animal only tank without any of their fish? I mean, I subscribe to the species only routine, but I also like to keep dither fish. I like to keep corridors accompanying animals just to make my animals comfortable. In nature, they don't just live by themselves in a community. They live with many other animals, especially these bottom-dwelling animals want to see the animals above them to feel comfortable. So look, these animals, since they're not running away, these animals don't have the need to run away, because in nature, those animals run away before it's a threat to these guys. So these guys being comfortable up here really does make a difference to these guys down here. Now, this is not my theory. This is what I learned from people like Eric Bodrock. Okay? Be the fish. I'm thinking like the fish. There's other fish up here. Therefore, my life is no longer at a threat. See? He's not afraid, not afraid, not afraid, not look, he's like looking right at me. Look. Tap, tap, tap. Now he turned. Now he's looking at me again. Okay, this one doesn't even move. Doesn't even move. I'm like literally tapping the glass right beside him. So, what is that? Now, these are some of the misconceptions I believe that keep perpetuating in the hobby, because A, there's people that don't have the valid information that are, you know, considered experts and stuff. You know, like, people consider me an expert just because I got a clutch of Pseudohemera napithanos eggs. So many people messaged me and said, hey, can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? You seem like you're an expert. You seem like you know what you're doing. Now, all of a sudden, if I tell people, yeah, I'm an expert, you know what I mean? That's a bloody luck. That these animals spawn in my water naturally, and I didn't do anything. I just fed them the right diet. Obviously, I did my research. I kept them in the right environment. I did my research again. I kept them at the right temperature. Did the research. I talked to people that have bred them. Told me they breed at this temperature, which is good. Helped out quite a bit. But beyond that, they didn't, you know, like, I watched a video on how the eggs were cut on YouTube. Or actually on Facebook. Twice, different times. So I had that saved. And I had all the equipment. So I knew what to do. But that does not make me an expert by any means. So, you know, when people that, and this is why I always say that none of this stuff makes me an expert. Because, you know, I like to tell people, you know, I'm not a master breeder. I'm just a glorified janitor. Because that's really what it is. I maintain the environment. The animals breed because they're happy, they're comfortable, and they're healthy, and they're at the prime of their life. They're at the most best conditions possible for them, and that's why they breed. Now, there are people that have similar water like mine all over the world that, you know, have even better water than mine and have quite a bit of success breeding some of these animals, that write books and write on journals and all this stuff. And this information might be valid, some of this information might be invalid, some of this information might be incomplete. So these are some of the things that we don't consider, and we give too much credit to everybody. So even with me, don't listen to everything I say without going out there and validating. Like, you know, I'm saying that my plecos are not nocturnal and diurnal. They live out in the daytime. There's a million people that are contradicting to me, that are experts, that are saying that plecos are nocturnal and not diurnal, like what you're seeing here or in any of my other tanks. So, you know, I mean, which one of us is actually right? I'm pretty convinced that I'm right, but that doesn't mean that I am. That doesn't mean that the other person might be completely wrong. But for the most part, my theory at least is that they haven't tested a lot of these strategies that I've employed here. You know, they haven't talked to Eric Bodrock or listened to Eric Bodrock talk at a fish club meeting or on a YouTube platform or whatever. So they don't have the knowledge that he might have passed on to me, accidentally maybe, because I mean, I don't know him personally. I have him as a friend on Facebook, but I've actually, you know, like, I've never had a conversation with the guy. All I've heard is him saying, be the fish. And that has resonated in my head my whole life since I've heard it. And when I got plecos, that's the only thing that kept playing in my head, because he's one of the big time pleco breeders in the US. Him and Jeremy Bosch. You know, those are the two big ones, the two bigger names in smaller pleco breeding, like the Hypancestrus types, you know, like, and they have quite good success, quite famous people. So, you know, and you know, once I heard that, it resonated in my head, and it's been stuck with me for life. And now I'm using it to get this level of success, not just with breeding, with my animals' behavior, and like these animals doing this natural stuff, you know, not being afraid. And so, essentially, that's what I want to say in the video, not to get it too ranty. I'll make a separate video about being the fish, And regarding Plecos, I'll turn the camera over and show you guys my other Pleco tank. The fish are just being out and about. They're seeing me sitting here. They know I'm here. Some of them are looking at me. Here, let's look at them real quick. Let's look. See? So these animals are quite content with their life. These L397s are wild caught. They were caught last year, so they've been in captivity for less than a year. They've been in my fish room for less than 6 months. They're not afraid. See? This is my hand in front of the tank. That's my fish that was caught from the wild not more than 12 months ago. Been here less than 6 months. Here's another one. Not afraid. Not afraid. These 333 type fish are captive born, but these guys are wild caught. See? Not afraid. Not afraid. Not afraid. Okay? So, daylight on. Human standing right in front of them, being very obnoxious, obviously. Captive, wild caught animal. Very short period of time in captivity. Is it a nocturnal, afraid animal that's shy, and does it look like that to you guys? That's the question I'm going to leave you with. Hope everybody finds value in this type of content. I just want to make you guys think about this type of things, you know? And hope you guys subscribed. If you haven't, subscribe. Hit that notification icon so you do not miss out on these type of cool videos that I'm bringing to you. And consider joining the channel because it does help me out when you become members. Thank you so much for your continued love and support. I will see you on the next one. And if you have anything that you want me to clarify in this video, or any videos that you want me to make on in the future, or any topics you want me to make videos on in the future, comment below and let me know, and I will gladly do that for you. As always, thank you so much. I love you all. God bless you. Ah.